Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this new live session here on Parentally. My name is Carol. I am the founder of Parentally, and we are a platform helping new and future parents find all the extra care and support they may need during pregnancy, birth, after birth, and also parenthood. So please make sure to check our website at parentally.nl and also our YouTube channel and our Instagram page for more information and to connect with professionals. And today I'm very happy to actually have one of our Parentally experts here with us to talk about pain during labor and childbirth. So that's a big topic. Just before we get started, just wanted to say that this live is recorded. So if you cannot make it until the end, it will be shared on the feed and on our YouTube channel. If you have any question, please drop them in the comments and we will do our best to answer them either during the live or at the end. But now I leave you the floor, Marjorie, to introduce yourself. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I'm Marjorie. I am a professional nurse, but I'm working as a coach and as a trainer, obstetric nurse and trainer now for the big part. Preparing parents for birth, for labor pain, but also coaching women after birth or during pregnancy with any challenge that there is. Yeah, so that's a little of what I do now. Well, the beginning of my journey in obstetrics was 20 years ago. And I studied there in the Free University in Amsterdam as a nurse. So that is where my journey starts in midwifery. So yeah, that's the beginning of my journey. So as a caregiver, I saw a lot of things happening in the world of pregnancy, labor, and of course pain. But I'm also a mother of 3, so I also experienced it myself.
And yeah, it's so nice everything that you are offering to expectant mothers and their partners. That's very important. And yeah, in your offerings, you have one part that is about pure pain and partner, and this is where we connected. Where I thought it would be really interesting to talk about exactly pain during labor and childbirth, because this is such an important topic. It comes up all the time. Maybe I'd like to start with a very, very short, very simple question, actually, about pain. What it is exactly? What is the pain that women experience during labor and childbirth? Where does it come from? What is it like?
Yes, very good question, very important question. Because when we think about pain, we obviously think about the feeling that we experience. Also, when we are in labor and we want to solve the feeling of pain, we often think of pain relief. But pain is more than the physical feeling that we experience. Of course, pain is an important signal that our brain gives us to be alert, to let us know that something important is happening in our body, and that we should be aware, and to let us know that it's time to go and search for a safe place where we are physically safe, but we also feel safe, and where we also feel supported. And that is also a very important part of pain, is that it is also a mental experience and an emotional experience and also process, which can be influenced by the environment we are in. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Marjorie. Where does the pain of labor come from, physiologically? I mean, what is
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the labor pain that we as women experience are, of course, the
Yes,
contractions that the uterus is making to let our baby come to into this
yes.
world. Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, I think I'm not wrong in saying that, yeah, many women who are expecting are afraid of this pain, and many of us, already in pregnancy,
Yes.
already look into solutions to how to navigate and how to manage this pain. Well, what is your perspective on that? Like, what do you think it's important to prepare for it, and how to address it rather than have this fear?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I have few important questions in the question
Yeah.
that you are asking me right now. One, preparation is very important. Well, as a caregiver for like 20 years, I have cared for a lot of women who think, okay, I can do nothing about it. It's something I just have to go
Mhm.
through. So we will just see how it will go. And what I saw is that a lot of not only the women in labor, but also the birth partners or the actual partners um, get confronted with labor
Mhm.
pain, with pain in general for the first time while already in
Mhm.
labor. Um, Let me go a step back. Preparation, I think, is very important because when you prepare, you can prepare for different scenarios.
Mhm.
My perspective is if you want to prepare, it's very important to really look at yourself, to really look in the mirror and think, who am
Mhm.
I as an individual? How do I take on challenges? What does my surroundings see when I am being challenged? Am I a person who will become quiet? Am I a person who will become angry? What will the others see? And how will they know what they can actually do for me?
Mhm.
um, for another person to know what they can do to help you is to really know yourself
Mhm.
first, to really know first what you need yourself.
Mhm.
And that is an important part of preparation to really look at yourself like, who am I? How do I take on challenges? How do I deal with pain? What is my mindset on pain? What do I really think about? How do I really think about it?
Mhm.
And how do I actually deal with it? And when you know that, you can think of, okay, what can I do myself? And what do I need from my surroundings? Or what are things that they must definitely not do? How do I normally comfort myself? Um, and what is it that another person can really generally mean for me when I'm being challenged? I think that is very important in preparation instead of, okay, what options are there? This is something my sister did, or my mother did,
Mhm.
or my neighbor did. That's good, but everybody is not you. You are unique. You got your own backpack with
Mhm.
experiences. You got your own coping mechanism. So it's really important to look into that.
Mhm. I understand. I feel like it's also a bit complicated when you don't know what to expect, because you expect pain, but you don't know what kind of pain to expect when it will start. So from what you hear, from other people, from what you see on TV, you can see so many different things. Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's something very maybe, very fearful and exaggerated.
True.
In your experience, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about pain during labor and childbirth?
I think the part that we can't carry it.
Okay.
And when I say carry it, it is carrying pain doesn't mean you don't take any painkillers. Carrying pain means what do you need so to carry it, to carry the experience, and that can be painkillers. What I experienced myself, to make it a bit personal, with my first labor 40 years ago, um, was I was afraid,
Yes.
but I I was thinking, okay, I'm a specialized nurse. I know how everything works, so I must be able to deal with this. And what I learned was that I never learned to ask for help. So when I got scared, I did not know how to ask for help. So I did not ask for help, but I was afraid. So, of course, pain is a protection system. So when you do not feel comfortable, when you are feeling unsure, when you have questions and you are scared to ask them, you do not feel comfortable, pain will be experienced more heavily. And pain signals, there will be more pain signals than normally. So, yeah, so it is, yeah, I lost a bit what I wanted to say, but could you take me a bit back to the question that you had?
We were talking about the misconceptions. You said two very important things that I would like to repeat. That you mentioned that pain is something that's inevitable during labor and childbirth, and that
Correct.
birthing people need to be prepared and also work on ways to cope with pain. And coping with pain, there are many different options, and painkillers is one of these options. And I think that's very important. Is that it's not that because taking painkillers is one of the ways to navigate childbirth, among many others, but it is one of the way, and this is of course very important to you. And the second thing you mentioned that. And that's so common that you didn't know how to ask for support. You never asked for support, and this is something that we see so often. So I just wanted to double click on that and really emphasize what you said. Like asking for support is so important. And you also mentioned that the perception of pain can really vary depending on our surroundings, and that's also very true. We were talking about the misconceptions around pain in childbirth. Are there any other examples you'd like to share on this?
Yes, there is one other, and that is pain. As I said in the beginning, is not only a physical experience. So when you pain is being influenced by other types of pain, making it a bit easier to understand. A feeling of disappointment, feeling of missing somebody or missing support, that are also types of pain. So you can have worries, you can have financial worries, or you may not feel supported by your surroundings. That are also types of pain. Maybe you have heard negative stories from your mother or people around you, that are also types of pain. So all these types of pain, financial pain, maybe sexual pain like sexual abuse or veganism, things like that, are influencing labor pain. So if there are old pains in the past or things that you don't talk about but are asking for attention, when you go into labor and you are experiencing labor pain, you are fully open. So all things that want your attention in your life but you haven't given attention will appear while you are in labor pain and can make labor pain more painful. So you could take painkillers, of course, but make sure that other things that ask for your attention, um, while and are asking for attention, please give it that attention with love, with care, with curiosity. Do not judge yourself, but ask, okay, why does this thought or why does this feeling does not disappear? What do I need? And yeah.
That's very profound. That's very deep. This is not something you necessarily think of when you think of labor pain. What are some ways, maybe some strategies that you would, in addition to some introspection and giving yourself some grace, of course. What are some strategies that you would maybe could share with parents who are preparing for labor?
Yeah.
To manage
Well,
pain?
one, and you will hear it everywhere, but it is true. Find a way of breathing that is comfortable for you and really train that, because a breathing pattern that is trained and that will help you to calm down is very important. If you have a relaxing breathing technique, you are directly working with your nerve system. Where does pain work? Pain signals go through the nerve system. So one tip that I would really like to repeat, because I'm not the one that invented it, but really do, every time that you go to the toilet, please 1 to 3 minutes take time to work on a breathing technique. A brain needs about 21 to 66 days of repetition daily to make a new habit. So it's 1 to 3 minutes. It's not that much. We all go to the toilet. So take that moment to come back to yourself. And another tip, if there is a thought that is chasing you or is keep coming back to you, be kind to it, like you would to a friend, as you have heard before. Really do that. Be nosy, be curious. Why is this still coming to me? And if not, of course, we can put things aside. We can really do that, but for everything there's a time and place, and it will come up eventually. So the best thing is to really look at it honestly, with love, and ask, what is it that you are trying to tell me? And most of the time, my answer will come.
Very nice. Do you have other tips you'd like to share, or other strategies?
I do, and it's not a real strategy, and I'm not going to go very deep in it.
No.
But there is a special workbook that you can use, and that will help you with direct questions. That will help you to look deeper into yourself, into your feelings, into your coping mechanism, not in a heavy way, but more in a coaching way.
Okay.
That you can get close to yourself. You get to know your new self. Who is the mother that this baby is going to meet, and what do you want to leave in the past, and what do you want to take with you? I think that is a very important tip. And please talk. Talk to the caregivers. Ask all the questions that you have, because you are the one and only that is doing this. You are the one that is carrying this, and you are the one who will be taking the birth experience with you for the rest of your life. So there is a lot of things that you can do while pregnant. Don't wait until you are 36 weeks or 38 weeks, when you have like the maternity leave earlier. Take the pregnancy really as a period of reflection. to look who are you, who is your partner, how does your partner deal with pain, what is his mindset on pain, and does it connect with your mindset of pain, with how you deal with pain, and talk to each other about that as well. So don't feel strong if you can handle everything yourself. We are not in this world to do everything by ourselves. We have people around us to do things together. And when we are being challenged, the people are there to support you. So ask for that support. It's not weak, it's standing up for yourself and for what you need, because you are really going through a very special and intense period.
That is so true. Yes, thank you for sharing this advice. This is so true and so important. And you mentioned the partner, indeed, because giving birth and having a partner by your side is also something quite important whenever that's possible. And the partner can be the love partner, but can also be someone from the family, right? Or you know, a friend.
Correct.
What are some ways that the partner, the birthing partner, can also play an active role during the labor and the childbirth? Because often you can see like the partners, they are a bit helpless. They don't know what to do, and maybe they see their loved ones in pain, and they are so, you know, disoriented. So what are some ways that they can, you know, play a role, the partners?
Yes, very important question. And there I will take you all again to the period of pregnancy, because there is where it all starts. Do the preparation together. Get to know each other again. Talk about how do you, what is your perspective on pain? How do you deal with pain? Talk about what was a challenge that you found difficult and how did you handle it. In the Pure Pain and Partner training, it is called Pure Pain and Partner for a reason. You started this journey with your partner. You most people have a partner while they get pregnant, or have a supportive partner. It could also be a doula or somebody else in the family, but the supportive partner. And you will also proceed as a family, or the partner will be there to help you after birth. So it is really important to go into the conversation and know where you both stand. And sometimes you might come to the conclusion that it might not be so, or that your partner also needs somebody who can support him or her. That could also be a conclusion, and that is also fine. But talk to each other, talk how you both deal with it, how you both feel it. Um, that is a very important thing. And what partners can do is what you will find out then. If you know how you deal with pain, what do you do? Do you go into a hot shower? Do you just want everybody to be quiet? Do you go under a blanket in a fetal position? There are certain things that we all do since the period we are young to comfort ourselves. But we do not know that. We do not stand still to think about what do we do when we are in pain, or when we are sad, or when we are grieving. We don't think about that. But those things are the deeply rooted things that will help you while you are in labor. So, yes. So if you know that, you can tell your partner, okay, this is what
I need.
And this is what I need. This is what you can do. If I become quiet, you need to do this or this. You know, there are some women who don't want to talk. There are women who have their eyes closed the whole period, but they are more busy with listening. And it doesn't mean that there is not contact, but if a partner does not know that, and he will tell you, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. It will make you stressful. And we now know stress, protective system, pain protective system. So stress will make the pain worse. So it's very important for a partner to really know who you are, how you deal with pain, and what he can do, so he can adapt to that. So no real practical tips, but more
I mean, you did give
personal.
some tips. You did give some.
Okay, that's good to hear.
You did give some tips. I think like there are the obvious tips, you know, that that most people know about, like, you know, the massages and this kind of things. But you mentioned something I believe that's very important, is sometimes it's also about protecting the space for the birthing partner,
Yes,
so they can have the space that they want, and you know, the environment and the atmosphere that they want, and that's protecting the
yes,
space while you are in labor. Maybe you cannot do it yourself, so if the
exactly.
partner can do it, that I think you mentioned it,
Yes,
that's a great tip.
yes.
Thank you so much. It's a practical question, but is this, you know, I believe this kind of conversation are not always easy, because you have to really look deep into yourself and, you know, really open yourself about, you know, where you are,
Mm-hmm.
how you are, or how
Yeah,
vulnerable you are with your
yes,
partner. Is this
yes.
a topic that's usually discussed during childbirth courses? And
No,
no?
I don't. I don't think so. There might be childbirth courses that will do this, but a child birth course that really focuses not only on. I don't think that there are a lot of birth courses that really focus on labor pain. And in general, when we ask somebody how are you feeling, and somebody is not, we are more comfortable when somebody answers, "Oh, I'm fine," and it becomes more uncomfortable when somebody starts to tell that they have a challenge or that they find something difficult. The first thing that we want to do is to talk about something we have experienced ourselves that is a little bit the same as the person we are talking to, or we want to comfort the person, but we find it difficult to really sit quiet and listen to what somebody else really needs. So this course really asks to really listen to ourselves as the person that is going to give birth, but it's also stimulating the partner to talk, that the pregnant woman is listening to the partner, but that they will also talk together and listen to each other, and stimulating the couple as well to go and talk to a caregiver and stimulate the caregiver to really listen, not in a way that, okay, this is my birth plan and I don't want this, I do want that. That is fine, but labor, parenthood, all things, they always go a little bit different than
Yes.
when we want to. So we can't control labor, but what we can control is how we prepare. What we can control is how we can carry it, and if we are being challenged there, to ask for what we need. So yeah.
I think that's very important what you said. And so you mentioned the course, you were talking about your Pure Pine and Partner courses, right? Would you
Sure.
like to tell us a bit
Yeah.
more about how else do you support parents on their journey?
Yes, yes. Well, in the Purifying Partner, it's about the physical process of giving birth, the different stages of labor, the mental part of experience, the process of labor, the emotional part of the process of labor, and of course the pain part. So that's what is unique about the Purifying and Partner, and it's a training, a 3.5 hour training, where the most important thing is you as an individual. So you said a little bit before, well, it's something that goes very deep, that could be difficult. What I experience is that the clients and the partner that come to me, that it is a big relief, because a lot of people try to deal with things themselves. That's a natural thing that we do. But it is such a weight of the shoulder to be able to talk about what you find challenging or what you have questions about. That there are no standards that you have to live up to, but you can just be yourself with just what there is. And then to see what a lot of clients experience when they are here or partners is, oh, the labor pain will not be the worst challenge that I will go through in life. I have had challenges before, and now I see that I do have strains, and they build from there. They see that, oh, pain is not, there is something across pain, and that is a strain that you have. But sometimes you just need to have somebody reach out a mirror to you so you can see yourself again and see the power that you already have, um, and be reminded that there are people around you. And if the people are not there, that you can look, who do I need around me, and you can search more conscious to who you need around you. Yeah, and then of course, if you have already given birth and you experience that the experience is still not necessarily haunting you, but if you look back, it doesn't give you a good feeling, or you feel that you have a trauma, there can always be a secondary prevention done. And that is what I also do as a coach. Yeah.
What does that mean? Can you explain a bit further? What does that that you mean?
Well, it means that I will hand you a safe space here, where you are. You get the space to talk how your birth experience was for you, and we will do that in like a helicopter vision, so you don't have to go deeply into your feelings through that experience again. But like I just said, from a powerful position. So what we do first is to look back. Who were you before, and how did you come to the point that you became a mother? Um, that's yeah. That's the most important part of it all. That we are not the experience that we have.
Yes.
We are not the pain that we have experienced. We are not the um, uh, how do you say that? We are not the disappointments that we have experienced, or you know, it doesn't define you.
Yes. Yes.
There's more. So we will shine the light on that, and that helps clients already a lot. And then we go and look into the birth experience, and not in a judgment way, but how was it for you? How did you feel? What did it do for you? Um, yeah, and the things that we see when doing that is very, very beautiful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Very
And I think it's really it can be so valuable to have a safe space like this to look back and
Yes.
possibly unpack
Yes.
and understand what we went through.
Yeah.
Um, I
And I think it must be available for everybody,
yeah
because, as we say, there's not only the pink cloud, and there's not only the super dark
yeah
cloud. There are different feelings and experience we all have, and they all
yes,
matter.
absolutely.
So there must be space for all of them.
Yes, absolutely. Just to wrap it up, I would like to ask you the question I asked to all of our guests. What is one piece of advice or encouragement that you would like to share with expectant parents, and especially I would like to say the ones who feel a bit anxious about
Yes.
childbirth and pain?
Oh, well, I can say that I know you can do it, but I really know you can do it. I have experienced three complex births, but they were empowering. You already got the strength in you to carry it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's yeah, you can do it. You
Ah,
can
that's a
really do
great
it.
advice. That's a great advice. Thank you so much, Marjorie,
You're
for
so
sharing
welcome.
all this expertise and insights with us. I think this was very valuable.
Super.
Thank you to everyone who joined us during this live interview. It will be shared in coming days on our Instagram feed and also on the YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, Marjorie, thank you so much. I'm so happy we could finally do this
Yay!
interview. It was really nice. I hope we can
Was
do more.
really nice.
But yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching and see you soon on a new live. Bye bye.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye.